Hello everyone. So in this session I'm going to discuss about how to configure a parameterized job in Jenkins and how to make use of it to run a Python program to fetch Ansible template. There are two scenarios I'll be covering up here. The first one, how to run that Python program manually and pass the parameter to get the Ansible template. The next one, how to use the same program from the how to make the same Python program from the Jenkins to fetch the Ansible template name. Right. So when I'm talking about Jenkins, so I'll be showing up how to create a parameterized program and how to run this Python program and passing the variables which we provide in the Jenkins and how to pass this variable to run this program and get the output. So this is pretty simple one, but very much useful. So who are the beginners, and if you are not done anything, so it will going to be help for you. Okay, let's see how to run this Python program and provide the parameter and get this done. The first step. So I'm going to run the Python program here. Okay, so I'm using Python 3. So my program name is API, and this program need two parameters like an IP address. So IP address of Ansible tower and the template name which you want to fetch. Like a template name in the sense whether there is a scenario like you want to fetch all this template name or some string matching, right? What are the string match you need get that template name. Okay, so if I give all, okay, I need to pass the IP address of tower. So my tower IP address is 240. Okay, so I got all the template name here. Okay, so if I want to specific anyone like a string as test something, so I got test job and test job 2. So I tested my script, both scripts are working. Both scenarios are working, like all and string whatever pass it takes and give me the output. I'll show my Python script here. Okay, so basically I am passing the get call to the tower and fetching the information. Also I have provided my tokens here. The important thing is I am passing two variables. The variables are IP address and the template name, right? Based on the parameter we passed, if all, it will go to this URL. If something different, it use this URL, like a name contains some test checks point I have created here. Okay, so this is simple one. Okay, so this is syntax to run from the CLI manually. So the same job how you are going to configure in the Jenkins and how you are creating parameterized job. Let's see in the my Jenkins workstation. I'm in my Jenkins console page. To create any job, you need to go new item and provide the name for the job. So I'm just providing the fetch the Ansible. You can give any name, right? So I just given fetch the tower from template from the tower, and this is freestyle project, and give OK. So your project got created now, and as we discussed, we need to pass two parameter, right? So the parameter can be passed through the parameterized. So you need to click this project is parameterized. So it will give you multiple options. So the parameter we are going to give is a string. So I'm just selecting string parameterized. What are the string we pass? One URL, right? Default value you can give empty. So here you can give an URL. Okay, and another one we pass is template name. Default I'm giving empty. Description, please enter the template name. Example, you can say example all or any strings. Okay, so we configure the parameter here. So this value, this is most important one, right? So this one you need to pass when you run a Python program or any script. Now we configure parameter, and now I need to configure my Git repo. Okay, I need to get my Git repo path. So I have another project where I configure this one. I'm taking from there because both using the same repo. I did not show how to push the code to the Git. I hope you guys are aware. If not, you need to learn how to push the code to the Git. Okay, so my branch is main. That's all. So I configure my source code where it has, and I'm not periodically building anything I'm not concerned about. So build, how we are build? I'm just using the shell command to execute my build. So I'm just make sure after download it has the permission to execute my program. So my program is the same one, python.py, and calling the same way how we are called from the CLI, python 3 API, and the parameter we need to say like how we pass the parameter in Linux prompt, same way you can pass it here as well, name. That's all. So you configure a parameterized job and you are good to go now. Okay, to run this program, just run build with parameter and give 192.168.33.40 and a template name all. That's all. So it should go download and run the program. Awesome, it's completed now. See here, you got all the template names here, right? So I'm going to run with another scenario, like I'm going to guess test. It should fetch only the 2 template because I have template starting with a test only 2. Yeah, it's success. So you know where from it's giving. So this is my tower. If I go to template, I search the test here, I got 2 template, right, starting with. So that's what written in the Jenkins as well. So hope you understand how I configure a parameterized job in Jenkins, right? So scenario is you need to get the program which asks for parameter and run it manually, and if you want to configure those jobs in from the Jenkins, so this is the way you need to configure. This is pretty simple one, right? Yeah, that's all I have in this session. Thanks for watching my session. We'll meet you again with the different topics. See you again.